and clear, too. The only one in trouble in this situation is Megan. She's calling a bluff.
Okay, and just like not knowing what the, what do you want to say, what the whole legality of things are, I'm upset and I'm annoyed. And,
well, there are board members that horse is supposed to go through for rehoming from Megan. She never went to the board members. Megan legally is in trouble because she moved around a horse that was the ward of the state. She never went through the legal ramifications. She never did anything she was supposed to do. And she's renting out of the state-owned farm.
Okay, see, I don't know any of these details, so I don't know the facts behind everything, so I can deal with things if I know the facts. If I don't know the facts, I'm kind of lost. And
no, I found out that Megan is supposed to go through the board of either the city or the state for rehoming because it's their property, not technically hers, and they have to approve of the home. And I guess she's claiming something about a 9-year-old girl now. What is she talking about? That it was going to a 9-year-old girl?
No, because when she sent me a text, I sent her a text asking her to email the Coggins to my other friend here who's on the property that has internet. I don't have internet.
Right.
And she was supposed to go to a family that wanted a horse to drive, and then they were supposed to come Monday, and they didn't want her because she didn't have registration papers.
Okay.
So, and it wasn't a 9-year-old girl, it was a family with 5 kids.
Okay, Megan is, and who the hell is Mike Smith? Because he's the one saying that I'm married to Keith Brown, and my husband's going to go down there, and he's making death threats in my name, saying that my husband's going to go down there and break Marco's arm, and he's going to go beat up Jimmy Jester on the other side of the state because he knew that Marco was actually Jimmy, and Jimmy and Marco are 2 different people. Like, they are nuts. They are absolutely out of their mind.
I am so sorry. You have no idea of how distressed. I've not slept in 3 days because of this whole thing.
You and Marco are free and clear. Marco's free to sell the horse, and you're safe. She can't legally do anything to you because you didn't know any of this. So legally, she can't do anything to you. The only one that's going to get sued, in trouble, or anything, any slap on the wrist is going to be Megan. And Megan's going to get more than a slap on the wrist. Making death threats and then making comments that you don't say without getting in trouble.
Well, I just wish the whole thing would go away, but I don't know what to do about it. And
Megan's going to be doing slander on Facebook, though, but I'm pretty sure Marco would sue her for it anyway. But I think she's going to take it out on Marco. I don't think she's going to take it out on you, which is stupid, but she shouldn't be taking it out on anybody.
So maybe I should just call her later and say, look, face facts. And I mean, what can I do on my end to help?
Honestly, the best thing you can do on
a hassle
your end is stay quiet. Because I have a feeling if you bring attention to Megan that you're still in the situation and things don't go in her favor, you're going to get dragged into the situation with Megan, and then you're going to end up being in court with her. And the coffee too? Okay. Hold on, I'm paying for breakfast.
Oh, I'm trying to get horses out and horses in before my lessons start.
I know, I did all my morning chores this morning, went to the bank and stuff like that. I was like, I need to eat, I have a headache. I'm good, how are you?
Okay, so then I'm just gonna...
You guys tomorrow? Dealing with too many state borders and lines and... Well, and then, actually, that's a good point. Marco's in Pennsylvania, you're in New Jersey, and she's from New York. None of that applies to each other. There are 3 different laws. Department of Agriculture has different laws in different states. So the horses cross 3 different state lines. New York's not going to want to deal with it, nor are they going to care. You see where I'm going with this? And now
Yeah,
she's
so
also got to look into New Jersey state law with Department of Agriculture. And she would have to look into Pennsylvania state law of our, with the Department of Agriculture. And she's also violating New York State and New York City.
okay, so the main thing I just needed to know from you is what can I do on my end, and if it's just sort of sit tight and let it play out.
Honestly, I really would. I'd sit tight. I would leave it alone. I feel like if you walk into the path of Megan and something goes out of her favor because she sounds like a brat, that now it's going to be your fault that the horse left New Jersey instead of her fighting with Marco. I think if you keep, if you try to call her and put yourself in the middle of it, you're going to make a bigger mess. And I think she's going to come after you because I can tell you right now, Marco is not going to budge with that woman. That woman is shot. She's done. She's like, you are not going to win with Marco Cifelli. So she'll come after you, who she knows is buying her bluff, and she's going to take it out on you. And then she'll tie you and Marco into the same Facebook post. So honestly, I think laying low is the best idea, and let Megan go and punch a wall or do whatever she has to do to make herself feel better.
Okie dokie.
I think it's just going to be a disaster otherwise.
I think, okay, thank you.
But from everything that I'm telling, I'm seeing, telling, and finding out, and I've called a few different people, she's got no paperwork with you. She never disclosed anything, and she refused the first right of refusal. She never told you about anything with the state of New York. She's in trouble. You're fine.
No, she told me that she was a rescue and that she could rehome her but not sell her, and that she thought that I could work with her and that she'd work out in the program, and if she didn't, she would take her back.
Yeah, but here's the funny thing about all that. As soon as the horse leaves her hands into some other ownership, there's no contract with the other person. There's no contract with you in the state of New York.
Yes,
You are no longer obligated to do what she tells you by word of mouth, because God, all you know, she could be lying, and from dealing with this woman, she could tell me the sky is blue, and I'd have to go check. She's a compulsive liar.
Okay, Marco's not going to take her to New Holland, is he?
No, Marco, you don't do that.
Okay.
Hold on, sorry, hiccup.
Okay.
Marco buys from New Holland. Marco does not sell anything at New Holland. Not that I am aware of.
Okay.
I've never seen Marco mistreat, misuse, misabuse, or, abuse. I've never seen him with a malnourished horse unless he brought it in as the rescue. They always have their feet done. They're always fed and fed well. They're always on turnouts. The stalls are always meticulously clean. Like, Marco does everything. He dots his I's and crosses his T's.
Okay, well, I just had to listen to some rants from Megan.
Right.
And I just, like I said, this one said this, and this one said that, and this one said this, and this one said that, and
After
yada,
dealing
yada,
with Megan,
yada.
I'm going to tell you right now, I would really cut her off your friend list. The woman is out of her mind, and she does nothing but lie.
I am so mad at her, that she had so many times. Well, no, the thing is that she had so many opportunities to get the horse back. And
she tried to con somebody else into taking this horse as well, and never told them anything about the state of New York. I did my research. She tried to con another person into taking this horse, and did the same thing to them. Only she couldn't take the horse because, but the other girl that was riding her had said to the girl, this horse is a bulldozer. So she take it. You were not the first person she's offered this horse to.
See, I just didn't know any of this stuff. I don't get told anything.
Everything.
Okay, I didn't have time or the resources or even know where to start because I'm just
One of the people I spoke to about this is an officer in New York. So you don't get any more into reading legal books than that, other than a lawyer. and the cop's going to know the laws, especially when they work with the horses too. They used to do mounted. They're going to know the laws better than a lawyer, because most lawyers in New York are not going to know anything about horses.
Well, I'm just mad at her that she's making such a big stink now when she had 3 or 4 times to come take the horse back, and it was, I don't have any place to put her. I'm like, can't you find some place to at least board her? Or she stays here, can't you at least pay me what she's costing me? Because I
Did she send you any
can't.
of that in a text message?
No. It was conversation
She said
on the
verbally?
phone. Yes.
She still send you that in a text message. That'll cover your ass. Like, Marco, I feel bad for him too. I mean, I'm good friends with him, and he ended up in this. I called him, I gave him your message and stuff like that, and even he dealt with her, and she was nuts. She was the one making death threats at him. She was calling him a fag and everything else. Like, I couldn't say that in a bagel shop, but you can't say that to somebody, especially in this day and age. 1, it's not right. 2, it's not professional. And 3, it's a hate crime.
Yes.
So, and her calling his fag horses, and they're going to beat the shit out of you, you little faggot, is what they said to him. Like, she's making death threats.
Okay, so the only thing that I have on text was, can you email her Coggins? And then she sent me a text message saying, did you find a home for her? And I said yes.
Okay.
She did not question where she was going, who she was going to, what the use was going to be.
All of that information.
Okay, so, I mean, it's still on my phone as a text.
Save it. Because that'll save your ass, that'll save Marco's ass. That'll keep both of you out of hot water, but she's screwed, and she knows it. She's in big trouble.
Okay, so it just sounds like she's in big trouble, and she's trying to get out of it by making more trouble for us.
What
okay.
she's doing.
Okay, now I got a better picture of things, and I'm just going to lay low and try to get through my day.
Just do your thing. You have text messages with proof. I have phone conversations with her. Marco's got text messages with death threats and everything else. Everybody else is fine. Megan can get herself in deep shit at this point.
Okay. No, and the thing is, if I weren't allowed to rehome the horse or whatnot, I mean, Ruth on her email still has a copy of her Coggins.
She gave you a Coggins?
Yeah, she emailed a copy of her
She got the
Coggins.
horse. She got rid of the horse. You give a Coggins away, you gave away the horse's information. You're good.
Okay.
She's screwed, not you. I mean, her
Okay.
death threats and everything are going to get her in trouble.
So what I'm going to do is ask Ruth if she will print that copy of the Coggins from her email and let me have a paper trail, too.
Yeah, you need a paper trail.
Okay. Okay.
Now, I also found out that her son is in law and owns 2 farms. But see, she still broke the law, and she still made death threats and hate crime threats.
Her son?
Her son. Apparently she has a son.
Oh, I didn't know she had a son. I only knew that she had a daughter.
Yeah, I told you she lies a lot, and honestly, I checked the birth certificate to make sure it's her kid. Like, and you threaten someone, and I think part of what she said is, I'm going to kill you, you little faggot. So that's a hate crime and a death threat.
Yes. Oh, I am so
and then they
sorry.
threatened to go to Jimmy Jester's property, who they swore was Marco up and down, and said that they were going to have him beaten to death and steal the halfway off his property. He owns 2 paints, 1 stallion, and they're not even the same person, and they're not even in the same area.
Oh, I can't tell you how sorry I am. I never would subject anybody to this. Never. I wouldn't. I'm so sorry. None of us in the business deserve to be hassled like this.
It's a whole nother level of crazy. crazy.
Okay, well, that's kind of not nice to know, but that's an insight I didn't have.
Honestly, it's probably a good thing because then you can take her off the list of people to do anything with or for. I mean,
Believe me, I will never open another door, and risk having all this unnecessary agita.
Oh no, it's not worth it. None of it is worth it. Hey, this is way worse than Palomino World Drama.
Oh, absolutely.
I thought that was bad. Nope. Apparently there's another. It gets worse.
Horse people, you know what? I try to be a good person. I try to do the right thing. I try to help a lot of people.
Honestly, I'm just glad at this point. I work in a grain store and I do deliveries. And I keep my horses on the side and mostly as pets. Like, I'm really glad I'm not dealing with these people on a regular basis. I think I'd be an alcoholic.
No, because the thing is that I'm struggling to try to deal with the idiots in this business, and every day I think it's just time to hang it up. But then I have happy kids that are learning good things with the horses, and...
Oh, you know that we will never hang it up because it's in our blood. I'll still do sale horses and work with BLM and rehoming and adoption because theirs is all legal contract. If you get a 3-strike sale eligible horse and you buy it outright on your own, you're fine. You just can't sell it to auctions, but you can sell it to a good home. You adopt a Mustang out of there, they do things right. They do paperwork, unlike Megan, to make sure that horse is adopted out for the fee and only the fee. Like Megan didn't do anything properly.
Well, thank you for telling me what the facts are, because now I don't feel badly about feeling as though she's the responsible party and she messed up and...
Well, the worst part is that she claimed that most of this and me being on her side and me being married and everything else is what you said. Do you hear me?
Yep.
She claimed, she tried to pin this and say it all came out of your mouth. I'm like, that doesn't sound accurate.
No, I mean, no. I was just trying to find the horse a home where she could be used, where she had a job, where she'd be more happy, because I know she's a good trail horse. I know that with the right person, and that I had people here that could ride her. My Brave kids could ride her, but I need more beginner horses. And it's so expensive for me to have horses here, and we're so limited with space.
I know, Michael Fox has a million different things living there.
Yes, and a million different people here doing their own thing out of the barn.
Oh, that's Michael Fox, you know that.
Yes.
Nothing's organized, it's just cluster and clutter and never clean it up. Yeah, I know how it works.
Yeah, no, and I'd even said to the farm manager, it's just giving me a raft of grief. And I looked at him and I said, I don't understand why you treat me like a servant when I'm the customer who pays you the biggest amount of money every month to be here.
Yeah, to run lessons out of there. And to bring them money.
Yeah, and everybody else here is Ginny's buddies.